Hello, thank you for watching today. Today we're going to talk about functions. Functions are important to math because they're a special kind of polynomial. What is a function? Mathematically speaking, a function is a correspondence between a set of numbers, which is called the domain, and a second set of numbers, which is called the range, where each number in the domain is only paired with one number in the range and can pass the vertical line test. In the example we see that 1 is only paired with 2, 2 is only paired with 3, 3 is only paired with 4, and 4 is only paired with 5. If any of the other numbers in the domain would have been paired with any of the other numbers in the range, then it would not be a function. What is the vertical line test? If you draw a line anywhere on the graph of a function, and if the vertical line only hits the graph at one point, then the graph is of a function. If the vertical line hits the graph more than once, then it fails the vertical line test and the graph is not a function. Here are examples of functions. As you can see in all of these, where the vertical lines are drawn at any point on the graph, it does not matter where, it does not hit it more than once. If these lines were to touch the graph more than once, that would mean the x value, for example on this one, if it would touch it twice, that means that x value would have two y values, which is not a function. These are examples of not functions. This is not a function, as you can see. At this x value, there's this y value, and this y value. So obviously it does not have only one. And as you can see, circles are not an example of a function, and some other kind of graph is also not an example of a function. It can only hit once. So what can you do with a function? I mean, it's not just a bunch of jumble on a piece of paper. What can you do with it? You can think of a function like a machine. If you input something into a function, like a machine, you get, which is some x value, then the function outputs a y value. So you see, you put in the x value and the f of x, which is the function, and you get out a y value. In other words, it's easier to think of it in a everyday example. A function is like a gumball machine. If you put in a quarter into a gumball machine, like a machine, you get out gumballs. You input something, and you get an output. Many people get confused by the term f of x. So what does f of x exactly mean? The phrase f of x is the same thing as saying y equals. F names the function, and the value in the parentheses right here indicates the input, like the quarter. Here, 5x plus 7, x is the input. Numerical values can also be put in the parentheses. All this indicates is to put the numerical value anywhere where there is an x in the function. These are examples which we are going to work out where you can see here -2 is put into this function, 5 is put into this function, and 9 is put into this function, exactly where the x is. One moment while my camera woman adjusts. Alright, -2 goes into this function. So, it's 15 times -2 plus 30. 15 times -2 is -30 plus 30. So the answer is just simply 0. They cancel each other out. On this next function, it's telling you to input 5. So it'd be 5 squared plus 13 times 5 minus 4. 5 squared is 25. 13 times 5 is 65 minus 4. And you just get the answer of 86. And you just plug it in anywhere there's an x value. On the next one, you're just inputting 9 in every place that there's an x. So you have 9 cubed plus 9 minus 100. 9 cubed is 729 plus 9 minus 100. And this simply gives you the value of 638. It's just anywhere where there's an x, you plug in the value that's in the parentheses. Alright, that's all about functions today, and thank you for watching.